Well, to no one's surprise, Coach, it is a snowy afternoon in upstate New York as you get a peek at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 40-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. That's complete to the tight end sample. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Hey, check Mike 20. We're going to 54 right here. I'm going to run you over. Run you over. Hey, 20.
Prescott yet again. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. They'll throw again. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
At their own 20-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ready? Pass. Bravo!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Wahoo!
From the gun, it's Allen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Move. Here we go. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Measure.
Allen going to throw. Cannot get away, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mixon with a first down carry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Exit. Check it back. Then we're going to 53. Here we go, 46. Mike, 53. 26.
Prescott to throw it. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Check 53. Here we go, 47. It's just me and you. It's me and you. Check.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bills' 15-yard line.
Here we go. Slide in. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, kill. Here we go, kill. 53 to Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Matt Milano gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Check cross. 26. Check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Check. Shift. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Weber. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike, did I tight?
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Big stop.
And here's Allen operating from the gun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, Alpha. Pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Mike's 57. Is that
now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Get him. Get him. Get him. 57. Go.
Operating from the gun. Allen. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now is Allen. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. That's going to be caught. A gain of 32 that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, Maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And it's 17-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10. Prescott from the gun. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing just about on his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a first and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Now Allen from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, Delta.
They'll try to run for this with Singletary. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, you
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Prescott. They'll roll him out right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Jerry Hughes on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This one grabbed by A.J. Green. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and call it an even 50 yards. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point through the Snowflakes, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time.
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
On first down, Singletary. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 5 wide. 57. Mike, 57. Hey, dude.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on first down. Singletary trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch your slap. Watch your slap.
Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On first down, Weaver. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, Echo. 57. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. How does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 47. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
57. Come on, D. Alert, alert, alert.
So after the INT, it's Allen rolling to his right. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins in there for sack number 85 of his great career. Moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. They'll They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. A run for Weber. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is up to 18 now. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Hauschka now for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Allen to throw. Operating from the gun. And able to find Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
To the air, Allen. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, exit. Go.
Allen now throwing again. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. Here's Allen. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10 from the gun to give to Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Allen. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Hey, Haywood!
From the 16, Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Allen now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 26, check 26.
Allen now looks to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And able to find Dorsett. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Weber. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time and a Buffalo 1st. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
59. 3 buzz.